Along the shores of Lake Michigan, where the waters meet the land, lies a place of beauty, history, and community, the Evanston Lakefront Trail. This is the story of its evolution, a tale woven through the ages of stewardship, resilience, and progress. The trail has gone through many transformations, starting with gross rocky waters to what it is today, that provides several resources for the public that include access to an open public space and recreational use of swimming at any of the 6 public swimming beaches. And the lakefront also includes a trail that is used for walking, biking, and dog walking. Additionally, it has its own sailing beach, where patrons can store and launch their own boats and paddleboards. The Lakefront Trail also shares its space with Northwestern University, that has its own private beach and boating section as well. Additionally, the chain of Evanston Lakefront Parks is by any standard the jewel in Evanston's park system. For decades, it has been the Lake Michigan Lakefront that attracts residents and visitors alike to its magnetic charms. All of these parks are many of the reasons that people decide to live in Evanston. One of the most important things to the planners of Evanston was sustainability. The master plan process created a public forum for discussion among the residents of Evanston to define the aspects of sustainable design that should be implemented, and to define the highest and best use of its lakefront. In the 1800s, when Evanston was but a fledgling community, its lakefront was a bustling hub of activity. Commercial piers jutted out of the water, facilitating trade and industry. Yet, even in those early days, there were visionaries who recognized the need to preserve the natural beauty of its shoreline. After Evanston was platted in 1854, land was set aside for 3 parks along the lake, each with the name Lakefront Park, which started out to be about 17 acres of land, and over time, about 22 acres of land was added to the parks by dumping trash into the lakes. The Illinois Department of Resources recognized that the land was changing and certain installations were needed to preserve the land and nature, such as jetties that were protected from erosion. Land was set aside for parks along the lakefront, a foresighted decision that laid the groundwork for what would become the Evanston Lakefront Trail. Over time, the community grew, and so did its commitment to protecting this precious resource. In 1927, the Evanston Plan Commission Parks Committee, under the chairman of Talmadge, began a comprehensive plan to develop and beautify the lakefront. Due to financial constraints of the time, only a seawall at Calvary Cemetery was built. In the 1930s, the Lakefront Lagoon was built as a Federal Works Progress Administration project. Restored in 2015, the lagoon gained new life as Arrington Lagoon Lakefront Lagoon, named to honor former state senator West Russell Arrington. Fast forward to the 1960s, and a new chapter in the trail's history began with Northwestern University's ambitious Lakefill plan. By reclaiming land from Lake Michigan, Northwestern sought not only to expand its campus, but also to create a naturalistic park and walk along the lakefront for the enjoyment of all. They purchased 152 acres of lake bottom land from the state for $100 per acre to build 1,000 feet into the Lake Michigan, which we now know of the Lakeville. This plan was in the name of then-President James Roscoe Miller, who envisioned that his students needed more outdoor space to enjoy. In 1967, there was a development plan led by Chairman of Urban Planning Robert Teska that proposed an increase of public access that included an additional 50 to 200 acres of landfill and boating facilities. However, progress often comes with challenges. In the 70s, the Evanston Lakefront faced its share of trials. Major storms, rising lake levels, and destructive wave action led to significant erosion along the shoreline, threatening the very existence of the trail. To combat the ever-changing movement of the lake, the city came up with a plan that would include strategically placed steel jetties, which will play a role in preserving and protecting the 7 new and improved sand beaches. It would also include the repair of existing beach shelters and the construction of 5 new ones, which quickly got passed, and the jetties and beach houses are still standing today. Moving forward to the 80s, lake levels were continuing to decline from 581 feet in November of 1986 to 579 feet in November of 1987. In recent years, 2020, the community came together, devising more innovative solutions to protect and preserve their beloved lakefront. Temporary trap bags were deployed to control erosion, providing a buffer against the relentless forces of nature while ensuring the trail remained accessible to all. Through it all, the spirit of conversion in the community prevailed. Evanston remained steadfast in its commitment to sustainability, recognizing the importance of meeting the needs of the present while without compromising the ability of future generations to do the same. Today, the Evanston Lakefront Trail stands as a testament to the resilience of nature and the enduring spirit of community united in its love for this cherished space. Stretching along the shore from parks to beaches to open spaces, it offers a wide range of recreational opportunities, unparalleled in its beauty and accessibility. As we walk these shores, let us remember the lessons of the past and the promise of sustainable future. Let us cherish the oasis of tranquility and diversity, knowing that it is not just a trail, but a living testament to the power of a community and the beauty of nature. This is the story of the Evanston Lakefront Trail, a place where I like to call home as I grew up swimming and going to summer camp, and as I grow older, I had a job as a summer lifeguard, manager, and finally a supervisor. A journey of preservation, progress, and pride. Currently, the city of Evanston is attempting to make the Evanston beaches as accessible as possible. Over the past few summers, they have experimented with free days for Evanston residents, which were Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but people still believed that this was exclusive for those who couldn't use the beaches on those particular days. So the city decided to make every day free for all Evanston residents, so now anyone and everyone can enjoy the beaches for themselves.